Ma'am, let me know if it's fine now.
Yeah, it's fine.
Perfect. Okay.
Very warm good morning to each of you present here. And I welcome you all to Skilling on Saturdays. Let me know if some of you are joining for the first time. Anyone joining for the first time? Yeah. Yeah, I hope everyone is a regular attendee. Morning, Hirani sir.
Good morning.
Our today's topic is cyber security and digital well-being. Our guest speaker for today is Nithya Mohansundaram.
Hello, good morning to everyone.
Nithya, welcome to Skilling on Saturdays. Nithya is an accomplished professional with blend of maturity, breadth of experience in developing and executing strategic planning, business excellence, modeling, and providing results-oriented management solutions. With the entrepreneurial visionary thinking, he has proven track record of strategy development to strategy deployment for cyber resilience, portfolio enrichment, and goodwill presentation. He has been renowned cybersecurity process re-engineering expert for information security, productivity, business continuity, disaster management, corporate governance, business excellence, and sustainability. She is a passionate corporate trainer as well as management coach who has trained 11,000 plus professionals in a variety of segments from top management executives to middle management levels in majority of the prestigious blue chip companies, state and central government, gazetted officers and national banking professionals. There is some disturbance. Somebody's unmuted, please.
Somebody has two devices together.
Yeah.
Connected.
Everyone. Welcome, Nithya, to Skilling on Saturdays. Still somebody. Welcome, Nithya.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. I think there was a lapse in the voice. So hope it's all fine now. Am I audible and clear?
Yes, you are audible loud and clear.
Thank you for the big briefing. So humbled. And this is the first time I'm taking a session with you, and I'm very happy. So first is always best, right? So
Yeah.
I'll try to give the best to whoever's attending this session. Let me know once when I can share my screen and start the session.
Yes, you can share your screen. I'll give it the rights.
Thank you.
Cybersecurity is something that each one of us needs this current time. So everything going digital.
Yeah. Yeah, very true.
Digital, a lot of scams are happening.
Okay, so good morning to everyone. I know it's early morning and few of you will be new to this routine, but I will try my best to keep this session lively and interactive because we are going to discuss only about day-to-day issues that we are facing in cyber world, right? So irrespective of the age group, everyone is prone to digital media now, And it's very important for us to know the nuances to keep us safe in this digital world, right? So my name is Nithya. I work as a cybersecurity architect in one of the corporate firms in India. And teaching is my passion, training is my passion. So apart from my full-time work, I also engage myself in educating general public about information security and cyber security. When I say general public, it means from students to retired professionals to keep their data safe. So that's what the Naabi is started for. So we are a group of 5 friends who started this. All of us are well-established professionals, but we wanted to initiate a movement where we started educating people that cybersecurity is no more related to just IT firms or big 100 crore turnover firms, 1,000 crore turnover firms. Cybersecurity is everyone's bread and butter now. So it's like we have the 5 elements, right? Fire, water, earth, land. Digital media is the 6th element. So you can't escape yourself from digital world. You will have to start living in this digital world, right? So for that, there are no big fantasy items that you need to educate yourself and undergo training and constantly be vigilant. Not like that. Certain nuances is what our programs are targeted. So if you practice those nuances, I'm very sure that you can minimize the level of exposure of risk to yourself as well as to your family and your hard-earned money. So this particular session is focused on cyber safety and how you can empower yourself in the digital world. Moving on to the next slide. We've covered under 2 main themes. So one is going to be the foundation of what digital media is and how you can be online safe. And the second one is your mental health. So pros and cons are there, right? So digital media was seen as a positive evolvement back in 2017, 2018, 2019. But after COVID, digital media is seen as a threat to mental health. So we ourselves have been exposed to parents. Parents come to us after the sessions asking, ma'am, how can I control my son from being too much digitally addicted? Whether it's gaming, whether it's YouTube. Sometimes the students are even, we went to certain colleges to do professional trainings and career guidance trainings. Pioneer colleges, where we completed a 3-hour training, and then we are asking the students, what do you want to become? What is your aim? Where do you see yourself in the next 10 years? We were startled to listen from the students that they said that they want to become an Instagram influencer or a YouTube influencer. We asked why, and especially female students, right? And their answers shook us. They said, ma'am, we want to earn when we are even in our nightwear. This was the answer that they said. They think that digital media is an earning medium, whether it is lifestyle blogging or food blogging. They think money just pours in. One way it is okay for them being in their convenient space and earning money. But the other side, if you see, what is going to happen to the future of India if they are going to just stick on to becoming influencers or YouTube influencers, Instagram influencers? Where will we go for scientists? Where will we go for accountants? So maybe the vision that the people have or students have towards digital media is almost only money-driven. But then there's larger, more context to digital media, which we are trying to focus on these sessions. Moving on to the next one. So the digital media is fine. Digital media was innovated, but what were the foundations of creating such a digital alternate world? So first thing was to have a good connectivity, whether it is for people or for business or for travel or anything, there should be good connectivity. So connectivity and ease of work was the main reason for the creation of digital networks. So in this session, we are going to see what is internet and what is cyber ethics and what is cyber safety. Cyber hygiene, online threats. Online threats are very much that we are exposed to as professionals. Next is cyber security tools and resources. Then what are the laws that are there in India, which you can use as a weapon when you are touch wood, when you're not exposed, it's fine. But then when you're exposed to cyber crimes and any cyber offenses, trust me, it's very, very heartening. It will just make sure that it draws the money from you and also the goodwill that you have earned so far from the society. And then how to prevent yourself from getting into any online harassment or cyberbullying, and then fighting misinformation. In Tamil, in the local dialect, we have a saying which says, when you come across any information, just by seeing it or just by hearing it or just by speaking about it, don't trust it. Always do multiple verifications to verify that particular information is true, because false rumors spread faster than the actual truth. So misinformation is very, very common in cyber media. Next, we are going to see about how the mental health and digital empowerment are going hand in hand. So safe social media practices, online gaming, digital well-being and mental health, and then digital empowerment. Basically using the internet for the good stuffs and not for bad stuffs, because we believe that every good or bad starts from you. So if you handle yourself well in the digital media, you are safe. So we are trying to create a movement for that. How to handle digital networks. Okay, so when you are using the digital media, for example, WhatsApp, Instagram, normal YouTube, Gmails, LinkedIn, etc., 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 right? So when you are using the internet or any social media platform, first we have to define certain ethics for us. So if I'm using a digital media, I should have an ethical value for it, right? So why am I using LinkedIn? Why am I using YouTube? Why am I using Instagram? So in my case, though I've been in this industry for almost so many years, I think around 16, 17 years, and teaching close to 12 years now, I don't have a social media account. I felt the necessity of the social media account was very less. I'd rather have only LinkedIn because I wanted to keep it professional. But now, after entering, after finishing 16 years of my career, and I'm trying to build a ethical system side by side, now I understand the importance of getting into social media networks, like, creating a YouTube channel or creating an Instagram channel, right? So I have my content creation team who's working on that. But before that, I felt that LinkedIn was close enough for me to exhibit or come to know about what are the professional requirements for me to develop myself. But nowadays, internet is seen for everything, whether it's a reference or it's a time pass. First, we should have the value. Why are we going to use this particular social media or the internet site? Second one is, how much or what do you do on the internet? See, we as professionals, we are busy bees. Morning 5 a.m., evening 11 p.m. or something, we generally keep going behind our professional work, our work-life balance and all that. For us, sitting in front of the system is more like doing our work. But then just think about youngsters. For them, being digitally present is like 22 to 20 hours a day. Whether it's YouTube or Instagram or gaming, they're just there online. If I send a message on Instagram to any student, I'm very sure I will get a response with me before half an hour. Right? So why are you using that internet? That value you should create. So as I already told you, like the coin has both sides, pros and cons are there. We have to know the negatives of internet to interact with the internet positively or the cyber world positively. Thinking only positive things and moving with the cyber world is not going to help us. You have to know that you should have limitations. You have to know that the world that you're meeting in digital media is not the real world. You have to know that stranger is danger. Moving on to the next one. So this is just a insight about the 2024 census that was conducted by our Indian government. Through you can get these reports from the cybercrime portal. There are around 32 lakh cybercrime cases which were reported in August 2019, between August 2019 and August 2020, October 2024. But if you ask now, there is plus 45% increase. Cybercrime is marked in such a way that, even if it is 1,000 rupees loss or a Facebook account theft. So these are the different kinds of cybercrime that are being affected by the Indian citizen and being recorded in the cybercrime portal. So imagine the kind of magnitude that these cybercrime offenses happen in India, targeting more than teenagers to 75 plus senior citizens. There are almost 5,000 cases that are registered every day. In 2023 alone, there are 36,000 bank frauds that has happened. So recently also we see Nirmala Sitharaman ma'am speaking about the Claude, right? The latest AI financial tool, which is being used mostly by the banking sectors. And they are telling us to be a bit vigilant when it comes to using nationalized banks' phone app or internet their website to transact money. They are just making sure that they're enlightening us to stay focused, that you don't click on any unauthorized link. Over 5,000 data breaches have been publicly disclosed. Data breaches are in sense whether it's private data or company's data, like how AIMS had undergone a digital attack in 2021 or 22, if I'm not wrong, where all the patients' records were stolen. And when we were one of the team members who were contracting for that, and we came to know that the hackers from China, and they had demanded around 200 crore rupees of Indian amount. For 15 days, the AIMS Institute in Delhi came to a standstill, and entire manual turnover was shifted from the digital media. Around 45% of records only were retrieved. Till then, we didn't understand that information security will be targeted in healthcare. A new regime of healthcare industry information security started taking place. And new firewalls, new antiviruses, new penetration testing techniques, or new vulnerability management techniques were introduced in AIMS. Of course, we studied it in the hard way, but things are happening in that way, so that, you can't predict when it comes to digital media. You don't know who's your opponent. Gone are the days when we had someone, tying their faces, showing only their eyes, coming and asking us money, threatening us. Now it's not like that. People come neatly dressed like me. They say that, they are this, they are that. They try to create an impression that they are really good. And then they try to build a relationship with you. It might be in a week or three months. They build a relationship with you, and then they start to slowly attack you emotionally by gaining your trust towards them, and then starting to get the money from you. This will have two impacts. One will be your monetary loss will be there, and the other one is that your goodwill or the reputation will be there. Because in this 3 months of time, they build a relationship with you wherein you might, I will not say you will, but you might disclose your personal data to them, thinking that they are your good friend. We've seen a lot of cases happening like this, right? So just be a little cautious. A stranger is always a danger. Next, we coin a term called digital citizen, like how we have Indian citizen, US citizen, Australian citizen. We are digital citizens, right? So when we become a digital citizen, we have to have 4 main values. One is you shouldn't do cyberbullying. These are all ethical practices, and it's a right? Second one is digital footprint. Wherever you are present in your digital media, whether it's Instagram, LinkedIn, WhatsApp, or Facebook, whatever it is, be on the positive side. Only when you have authentic information, go for a sharing in the online medium. Third one is always keep your private moments to yourself. Your private moments, your private achievements are for yourself. Portray only the ones that you wish to portray, which are okay to portray. Don't do that just because to attract viewers or attract money or attract more attention-seeking habits. Then last one is intellectual property. Whatever you place in the digital media, you own it. You own it. Do not share or reshare unless and until it's an authenticated information. Rest, if you follow these 4 main things, rest is all already covered. So respecting other people's rights and opinions, always honoring your privacy and others' privacy, then verify the information that whatever you get and take responsibility of what you share in the online media. Because you don't know, for you, it might be just an information. For another person, it might become a panic situation. For example, the gas, due to the Strait of Hormuz blockage, due to the war between Iran and US, if you can recall, around 2 weeks back, we had a online full blast of saying that, Indian ships are being held and there is going to be a severe gas shortage. Someone posted in the online media, and from the petrol bunks that's adjacent to my home, all the petrol bunks in Chennai were filled with people. And there were hadawaris that were going on. There were fights that were going on. No one wanted to, there was no authenticated information from the government. It was just an online propaganda and people blindly believed it. You see the impact, someone shares it somewhere on the internet and real-time affected people face more challenges. So just be more responsible in what you speak, on what you comment, on what you post on online space. Okay, cyber hygiene. So first one is protecting your device. See, when you're using cyber world in laptop, if you log in www.whatsappweb.com or www.instagram.com and then you enter into your account, it's okay, it's safe, unless and until your laptop and desktops are protected with authenticated, updated antivirus and firewalls, right? But in your phone, in the mobile phones, it is not possible. You are prone to receive ads and unwanted information when you use your mobile phones to access your digital medium. For example, your Instagram account, your FB account, right? So when you are doing in such way, especially when you are doing it in your mobile, you have to be a little more cautious because mobiles draw ads. Mobile ads are designed in such a way that it can surpass your normal search and reach you, right? So for that, what we generally recommend is you don't focus on bringing larger changes. Focus on your changes that is within your control, right? So protecting your device is the key. So how do you protect your device? First one is have a two-factor authentication. When you enter into any site, it will automatically ask for, just enable two-factor authentication. It will ask for OTP on your mobile. Then if you enter it, then it's pretty safe because you have a multi-factor authentication in place. Second one is, if you want, you can go in for additional verification questions like security questions. For example, if you have a HDFC bank account, I'm sure when you give username, password, it will also ask you a security question, which will be image based, which you would have selected, right? If you don't select it, it will not come. But if you select it, it'll give you that security question, which you have to clear. These are different steps of authentication to validate that, okay, this is the person who's the real-time owner of this account. And then regularly start backing up your files in cloud. I remember way back in 2002, 2006, that period, iPhone was a big deal. So iCloud was the main selling factor for premium citizens all over the world to purchase iPhone. But nowadays, every mobile has a cloud. Even our normal desktops have a cloud. Instead of saving it on your personal laptop or desktop, make sure that you save it on cloud. It's more authenticated. Don'ts, very, very important. I see, even in my own case, the elders in the family, we have our kids, their kids and their family abroad, right? So they think that they will get messages from them every time when they take the phone. So their internet is always on. And then they also have this Bluetooth habit of having the headsets and talking to their loved ones, and the Bluetooth is always switched on. And then when the Wi-Fi is on, if they move out from the home to any open network area, it will automatically draw information. For example, any cafeteria or any public places like, railway stations or any bus terminus where there is an open Wi-Fi and your signal is on here. When you switch on the Wi-Fi always in your mobile phone, it will start attracting those related to the open network where there can be viruses, right? In 2020, we had a massive attack on the Indian railway ticketing, the IRCTC app. This IRCTC app was hacked by the hackers from the Egypt, and a lot of information about the Indian citizens were taken, and the IRCTC portal was hacked by them. But we as people who were using the portal didn't know. We just started entering our details, doing the IRCTC reservation, paying the amount, but the tickets were not booked and your amount were debited. It took 3 months for the HCL team to find out that such thing were happening, right? So open networks are mostly prone to internet cyber attacks. Next is pop-up websites. So pop-up websites are mostly preferred by third degree or third graded business partners. They try to create a website which is similar to a well-known website with a small difference. And they come as a sponsored ad in your WhatsApp or in your FB account and your Instagram, but with attractive ads. If you click on it, it will take you to a fake website where your phone can automatically be hacked by the person who's trying to do that. You might think that your phone is on your control, but the control will be mirrored to the hacker, right? So these are certain do's and don'ts when it comes to protecting your devices. Now, second category is your online accounts, your email accounts, how you can safeguard it. The first one is always have a good password. Please don't have passwords which are related to your birthdays, your wedding anniversaries, your children's birthday, your husband's name. No. Have a password that is that you can remember and which is not connected to your family trail. Use a password which can be unique and which cannot be just thought by visualizing, this person, he likes his car very much. I think his car only will be the password, and they will put the password and it will click. There was an elderly man who was affected with he didn't know that he had to, he's not supposed to click that link. He clicked that link and his money got around 13 lakhs got hacked from his account. And when we asked him, what is your password? He said, my wife's name. And he used to say that to everyone. What will happen? The enemy comes in the disguised form. So have a password which is unique, which you can remember, and do not share it with anyone. So my personal recommendation would be always keep changing your password at least 3 months once. We in corporate firms, we are entitled, we have a password protection policy, right? So which will give us a hint, say for 15 days in advance or 1 week in advance, which will say that it's high time for you to change your password. It's high time for you to change your password. And then we go and we change our password. But this is not possible in everyday life for, laymen's. They have to keep a routine that your password needs to be changed for every minimum 3 to 4 months. And then when you receive an email, always check the domain. If you are having a good, say for example, you're expecting a mail from ICICI. If you receive a mail, check if it is hr@icici.com. Sometimes what will happen is it will be hr@icicil.com. You will not be able to find the difference. Whatever you receive on your system, whatever you receive through digital medium, just be twice focused on reading every letter, especially when it is related to account activation, money transactions, right? So be very specific to see every detail. If you have any doubt, just copy that email, subject of the mail or from the sender, usually from the sender, copy that email, put it in Google and search it. You will come to know whether it is authenticated or not. Next is the don'ts when it comes to email. First one, as I told you, don't use any personal information when you are updating your passwords or, giving any inputs. Next is don't reuse. In corporates, we can't reuse the password. The password protection policy is designed in such a way that I can't put the last password that I have been using or even the 3 months old password. Likewise, do not reuse your password. Don't say January at 2026 and then say February at 2026, right? Don't do that. Keep something unique and make sure that you remember it. Next one is if you get files related to .exe, zip or .rar from unknown senders, please be very careful. Please be very careful. These are unknown senders which can hack accounts. Directly your account will become a mirror image to them. So you will think that you are accessing your phone banking app, but the person on the other side will see the password what you are entering. Right? Next one is if you get any links or attachments from unknown senders, please don't send. Please don't click. See, many people, especially who have crossed their retirement age or who's between 50 to 70, they ask, Nithya, how will we know? How can a link, if we click, it will create a loss for us? So how attachment will create a loss for us? So for them, we can't explain the technicalities of this. But what I would say is how to avoid these links is something that I can say. If anyone asks your mobile number for B2B purpose, business purpose, just be careful while you give your mobile number. That is the first place where you attract the hackers. For example, if you are entering into a mall and there is a, lucky draw, and they ask you to fill up your details. If you see in that, majority of the time, you can see females and elderly people coming and filling in those forms, thinking that that car will come directly to their home. What is happening there is you're giving data. You're exposing yourself into that environment, which is used for business. Do you think if you fill those details and put it into the lucky draw, say, for example, it's for Mahindra car companies, right? And if you fill that details and Mahindra uses it for business purposes, do you think that data will be retained only to them? No. After 6 months, the new data becomes the old data. And it automatically goes to the next level of business. They sell the user data to an open network. It might be any other holiday firms or any other car manufacturing units or any other for lifestyle. Mahindra has a close relationship with lifestyle. So if you purchase a car in Mahindra, you will start getting inputs from lifestyle. So as a layman, you think that you enter or give the data only to Mahindra for that lucky pot. But that's not happening there. It's moving into the black world, which you can't stop. That is one way of you getting exposed to unwanted links or unwanted attachments. Second thing is When you search, right, when you use Google to search, always use authenticated sites. If you want to book a travel ticket, say for example, from Chennai to California or Florida or somewhere, right? What will you do? You have to give www.makemytrip.com and get into the website and start checking the details. But you know what's happening? People say cheap and best flights from Chennai to US or Florida. And then they give enter. The moment you enter these keywords and do your search, you are first exposed to ad or sponsored ad. If you check it, after the session, you can check and see. Automatically, you will be exposed to fake websites. When you click on that website, it pulls your information. And it starts sending you ads and ads and ads. And obviously, it will reach even to your email IDs. Right? So these are the ways how unwanted links and unwanted attachments reaches you. According to TRI, no business firms, no business centers are entitled to demand your mobile numbers for giving bills. It is only because of their conveniency, they ask your mobile number. For example, if you go for PVR cinemas, you book a cinema ticket and they say, give me your mobile number. You say, no, I can't give my mobile number, give me a physical copy. He says, ma'am, we have stopped physical copies. We are not going to go ahead and give physical copies. You have to give mobile number. Then obviously you give your mobile number. Then you see all the tickets coming in your WhatsApp. And you show that to the person before entering the theater and you go in. This is fine unless and until it's an authenticated firm. Say, for example, if you are doing a small shopping in some firm and they are saying that, no, you have to give only your mobile phone. Then I will recommend you mobile number. Then I would recommend you to switch the store. Even if you like the clothing there, switch the store. Do not go ahead and give your personal data in front and then purchase the clothing. Just switch the store. Right? Next one is, the last point, immediately responding to emails with a sense of urgency. Out of the experience that I have and with the people that I have met, I understood that we are prone to cyber attacks in two different ways. One, when we are in extreme fear. And two, when we are in extreme happiness. These both extreme emotions expose us to an unwanted urgency situation. So, for example, today is the last day, and today is the last day for the deal. Grab 3 kurtas for under $9.99, only GPay. If you see the ad, and we have seen a lot of college students who said, ma'am, we saw the ad, we clicked the ad, and it took us to the website. And it said, ma'am, only GPay, and they paid it thinking that they selected even the stuff. But then they didn't get their stuff. Their 1,000 rupees is gone. Only GPay. If they switch off the number, then gone. Everything is gone. If you make a payment transaction towards using GPay, right? If it's between two authenticated people, it's fine. What will happen if you do the transaction and if the opposite person is not authenticated? If you're seeing them for the first time, like how I told you in this situation, what will happen? You will not know who that person is. You will think that you will get the product, you will do the GPay. You will not get the product and you will neither be able to reach the person. So always step back, think, and then act. Moving on to the next one. Online transactions, I think we have covered it. Use only authenticated sites. If you are an IOB bank account holder, use IOB bank softwares. Use IOB bank's application. Be Indian, buy Indian. So I won't say GPay is bad, Amazon Pay is bad. I'm saying we Indians should be proud of using Indian products. Nation comes first. So always use our bank's verified website or the app instead of moving on to any international apps like Google Pay or Amazon Pay, right? And when you install any app for that matter, always it will ask for updated version, yes or no. Make sure that your app is updated, because your security is being watched and being updated by the vendor side, especially from the bank side. They do it after doing the vulnerability testing or penetration testing, and they come up with series of updated versions. And they give us that updated version available in the Play Store. And you have to make sure that you download that version, right? So next one is transfer and receive funds only from known beneficiaries. Very, very important. If you are not, if you do not know who the opposite person is, if you are involving yourself in a trade with them or speaking with them for the first time, do not expose or do not share funds to them, especially if it is an unknown website. Websites like Amazon, Flipkart are fine. Even LimeRoad, we don't recommend. We don't recommend. Give cash on delivery, no problem. Right? Next one is the don'ts. In online transaction, what are the don'ts? First one is do not trust any promotional emails or any public computers. You're going to an internet center, your mobile is not working, and you're going to log in to your bank portal, to your account, and going to do some money transaction in a cyber cafe. Make sure that you don't click on remember the password. 99% avoid it. Say that it will take one more day for you to, make the transaction and then move out from the place, instead of reaching out to a nearby center who has the internet and trying to use their product or their laptop or desktop, logging into your personal banking account and transferring money. Avoid it. And these are all very well-known ones. Do not share your PINs, your OTP, your net banking details to anyone, even to your close ones. Because you don't know how your OTPs or PINs get manipulated. Keep it for yourself. Certain details are kept to be secret. So just keep it to yourself. Next is do not do not download any sharing apps. There are certain apps which, for example, like AnyDesk. If you download that app and if you click on that app, your desktop will be mirrored to the opposite person. Whoever, sorry, I've got a little cold. So whoever's handling your account will start manipulating the information that you have on your desktop or your laptop or your mobile. Especially when you have your mobile and you have your AnyDesk downloaded on your mobile, what will happen is it will extract the information from your mobile. See, for example, I'll just show you my mobile. I've downloaded AnyDesk and I started using.
Have some water. Madam, have some water.
Thank you.
Pause for some time. We are grateful that you are doing so much of also.
I'm sorry.
No, we are that you are continuing with this also. On this way. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, have some water, take a pause.
Okay. So if I have downloaded any AnyDesk app, okay, and I'm starting using my WhatsApp, without knowing I have downloaded the AnyDesk app, and my WhatsApp will get mirrored to the opposite person. What they will do is they will hack my WhatsApp. They will see who all are there in my account. They can see their numbers. They will start sending message to them stating that, hey, I'm at your place. I just lost my purse. Can you just transfer 1,500 rupees in my account in my GPay number? So my close friend name is Deepa. So if her name comes first, the hacker will know that it's a known person to her. So they will message to Deepa asking for 1,500. Deepa will think that it is Nithya who's asking the amount. Without even calling and verifying it with me, she will send the amount. Likewise, I will get information from 10 to 15 of my contacts who will say, how is your mother? Or how is your father? You asked for medical treatment. I sent the money. Did you know? Unless and until the person who sent the money reports it to me, I will not know that my WhatsApp is hacked. Right? So device sharing apps are very, very dangerous, whether it is in laptop, desktop, or mobiles. Do not entertain any device sharing app. We would recommend to use device sharing app only under one situation. If your laptop or desktop is with an authorized vendor, for example, Dell or Apple or HP, their vendors, when they contact you for any security settings or any problem on your desktop, then you download any desk. Once that session is over, delete it. Apart from that, anyone tells, can you just download this app? We can see what's the fault on your side. Do not entertain. Rather take your machine to them on your front, get it resolved. Okay. Moving on to the next one, software and system updates. See, when we take classes to government sectors, right, we see them using the Microsoft Word 2007. What will happen if they have MS Office 2007? Why is there an updation of MS Office every time? Why is there an updation of the latest applications? It's because they have done a penetration testing, they have done a vulnerability testing and seen the vulnerable areas, and they are updating it for us. Our duty is to purchase them and to get it installed. We don't need to design any software or any application to do that. You have to just make sure that your system is properly updated, and it comes free of cost, except for the firewall and antivirus. I think every application is like free of cost. Make sure that you're vigilant, especially today after the session. Please go back to your mobile phones and check whether your banking apps are all updated. If it's not updated, if you are confused, please go to the bank on the coming week and make sure that you have the updated versions. And if possible, try to enable two-factor authentication and set up more privacy security networks. Questions. The case that I told you about an elderly person where he lost 13 lakh. I'll just give you a brief how he lost it. He has two sons who are working in US. They are married and they have their family there. He's 72 years old. His wife is 70 years old. They live in a close proximity near my house in Chennai. And they have their retirement amount in the bank account. They had their bank was Indian Bank. And they are very, they used to have this mobile phones on their neck. You see certain elderly people having a mobile phone on their neck, tied through a thread or wire-like thing. And they keep speaking with their kids. And likewise, they got a call, and this elderly person said, he was told that your phone account balance is very low, meaning the recharge amount is very low. You have to immediately recharge it. Otherwise, in the next 10 minutes, your mobile number will be, I think it will be gone, something like that, he has told. He got panicked. He asked, how can I, stop it from being happening? They said that I'll send you a link. You click on that link. If you click on that link, it will ask for 5 rupees recharge. Just do 5 rupees recharge, and your mobile number will be retained. This elderly person has asked, is it the same even for my wife? He said, yeah. The next 2 minutes, he gets a link. He clicks on the link. It goes for 5 rupees recharge. It asks for OTP. He gives the OTP. His phone is mirrored to the opposite person. Likewise, he does it even for the wife. In the first 8 to 10 minutes, this entire process is completed. Within half an hour, their account is fully bankrupt. The amount is fully gone. This person didn't know that the amount was gone unless and until he went to the bank, and he used to do a monthly check. And when he did that, he found that the entire amount was gone. he called, he made a complaint in the cybercrime portal. It didn't work out. Then he was searching for proper remedial action for almost 1 year, and no one could do it. We could only guide him, but no one could actually do it. The reason behind this is when an amount gets pulled out from your account, say from my account, if 13 lakhs is gone, it doesn't go to one account. It goes to a minimum of 18 accounts, which will be on the opposite direction of where I live. So for this particular person, the account was hacked in Chennai, and the amount, it was totally 18 lakhs, and the amount was transferred to totally 23 banks, which was on the extreme west and the east side of India. One was with Rajasthan and Gujarat and that side, and the other one was with Manipur and Mizoram and Assam on the other side. So how do you think that we can follow up and get that amount back? It's not at all possible. It's very difficult. The police are already engaged with so many mishaps that's happening in the city. Do you think that they will put their money in and go and find out and get you the money? Physically not possible. Though if you go and catch them, and if you ask them where is the amount, it will be a fake person. He would have done it for just 500 rupees. He will not know where this fund is actually coming and who is accessing. All that he would have given is his Aadhaar card, his bank details to that one person. But we found it. My husband works for cybercrime in Chennai, and he's connected with the Central Crime Bureau. So this case was handled by them. That is how we came to know how difficult it is to regain that digitally manipulated amount. So he had to travel to extreme Rajasthan as well as through the northeastern states. And finally, we came to a place called Jamtara. I don't know if you are aware of that place. It's close proximity to Bihar, and it's known as the cybercrime capital of India. There is a series in Netflix which speaks about Jamtara and how cyber offenses happen. I would recommend you to go and watch that series in Netflix. It's very, very unique, and you will get a lot of insights. So we didn't know it. This case happened in 2021, and till then we didn't know that where these funds went. And finally, we got one person who was, after 23 accounts, we got that person from Bihar. And he was one person who was into this jeans manufacturing business. He used to manufacture jeans, and all the roadside jeans that you see all over India is something that happens from that place. He had that entire amount. We cracked the case and we got the amount and also the gold that he had, and we deposited in the court here, and we are good friends now with that elderly couple. But on the other side, we would also say that, it is also the responsibility of the family generations to take care of the elders in the family. They don't get the exposure of what we are prone to. We only have to educate them and say, this you have to do, this you don't do, don't trust this, right? So these two kids who are there in US, they said, how can you click the link? Don't you know that you should not click the link? Can't you keep your hands quiet? Why are you doing all this? Can't you just attend the phone of what we are making? Why are you unnecessarily fidgeting with the mobile phone? These were the words their kids were scolding their elderly parents, right? So let's not go too emotional in that, but then we believe that it's our responsibility to keep the generations in our family also safe, keep them educated. One rule that I have in my home is that no banking apps for any senior citizens at my home. You want something, you ask me, I'll take you to the bank and I'll get it sorted out. That is one way of protection to keep my family members' money safe. Likewise, you should devise your rule for yourself and for your family. Right? Next is, okay. So as I told you, when you if you see this ICICI Bank logo, you are getting any updates. It is very common, okay? That's why we have taken this example. You get a notification which says about security updates and ICICI. Generally, if you see this, it will look good. Okay, it is a authenticated mail. If you click on this link, it will take you, voila, to a negative site. Because always check the sender. safety@icicelbank.com. When you receive a mail, we strongly recommend you to first see the sender information. Only if the sender information is authenticated, go ahead, scroll down and see what is there in the email. If the sender information is not authenticated, if you copy this and put it in Google and check if it says it's fraud or something, just skip it, no problem. Right? Next one, next type of fraud. They would have asked for 1,500, but in reality, it would show 4,999 or any increased amount. You will think that it is 1,500 and you will go ahead and just click it off and send the money. We have seen a lot of cases like this. They will say, ma'am, it's just 1,500 plus taxes. And then when you receive the GPay amount for deduction, it will give a different amount. Right? This becomes a problem when you and the vendor are doing transaction on first-time basis and you don't know about the vendor. This is a problem. You can't, do you think if you have a GPay transaction in your hand and you take it to, if some fraud has happened, and if you take it to the police station, do you think that it is an authenticated proof that transaction has happened? No, it is just a proof. If you go to the bank, the bankers will ask, we have given you internet banking, we have given you phone banking, we have given you application app banking, and we have our branches open. Why do you have to use GPay? You can use us. Do you know where is GPay office? If something goes wrong in GPay, you will be left to speak only with IVR. Human to human interaction is not there. Human to machine interaction only will be there in GPay. But when you use your banking app, if you use your Indian Overseas Bank app, you will at least have a branch. There you will have a branch manager. You will have an accountant who will have a cashier. You will have a proper setup of a bank. Even if you know that you have done a banking transaction using GPay and you know that the money is gone, you will at least have someone to listen to what happened to you. But in GPay, what will happen? You'll have to click on the IVR, the consumer number, and then trust me, it's very hard to reach a human and talk and express what's your problem. And if you do it also, they will say, according to the GPay norms and conditions, the transaction is authenticated, you have authenticatedly entered your PIN, and this is a valid transaction, we are no way responsible. This will be the direct answer. Right? So just be cautious when you're using GPay. Personally, if you ask me, I will say be Indian, buy Indian. Use your relative bank's app. Okay, next one is, this is very common between youngsters and the old age people, right? To get beautiful. They think that everything that comes in the internet, especially in Instagram, is authentic. Even in my home, I have seen people who are using foxtail brands, lump sum foxtail brands. Foxtail is a recent brand which has come up only through digital media campaign. Their fairness cream, their moisturizers, their gummies, it's all very, very significantly available in the market now. And without checking how it works or something, I have seen people who are buying it in bulks, thinking that they will become overnight beautiful, or because it is available in the best offer. So likewise, this new gummy, this is one example where how they reach our minds to purchase it. They say this is a new gummy, it's 500% more effective than a pain reliever. Imagine a person who's suffering in deep pain. They are looking for options where they can relieve from their pain. They will automatically get attracted towards this ad and they will start clicking that link and purchasing the product. Whether they get the product, whether they get proper benefit from the product is out of question. But this catchy ad itself will pull them in. Second one, how to escape in seconds. So these are catchy ads which will draw our mind to click on the link and go inside and see what's there, right? So if your wrists are ever zip tied together, here's how escape in seconds. So this is a ad campaign where we came to know that if you click on it, it takes you to a porn site, right? And then this one is America's first futurist George Glider 2020 production will stun you. There's a question mark, which creates a curiosity in your mind to click on that link to know what is there. Then it becomes an unauthenticated link. Next is some fake websites. So see, Amazon, Flipkart is enough. Why you want to go and see more and more websites? There are just two reasons. One is someone would have told you. Two, it would have given more discounts than this, Amazon or Flipkart. This is why people majorly get drawn to any fake websites. Do not use fake websites, especially when you see this bazaar and all, right? Please don't use it. Please don't use it. If you click on it, if you click on the tabs here, it will show you all the products. It will show you that there is salwar kameezes, kurtas, there's saris, everything. But trust me, once you pay the amount, you will not get your amount back. Neither will you get the product. Always stick on to the applications or the sites which are authenticated. Okay. So these are certain tools which is available in the internet to educate yourself about cybersecurity and what are the latest practices, techniques that's available. This is basically an online platform which gives free training. So we strongly recommend that learning should not stop while learning, right? You have to keep updating yourself. So these are certain websites which is very useful for us to educate ourselves about cyber safety practices. Now, you guys have the privilege to come and attend this session. Not everyone will have. So for them, you can recommend this particular site. 1 minute.
Have a sip.
Okay, first one is Cybrary. Cybrary is more professional, okay, but when it comes to SANS Institute, it's more of very high quality training videos. All the informations that are provided there can be used for educating others. So I personally use SANS Institute, so I would recommend that. Next one is Plural Site. It is more technology based, and then we have OWASP. OWASP is mostly related to any particular resource or tools driven security trainings. For example, vulnerability management tools. So for that tools, we recommend OWASP. So that will give more and more insights about the vulnerability management tools. Whereas the first one is most basic and it's available for everyone. Everyone should go through the site and educate themselves about cybersecurity, because cybersecurity is no more a place where it is only for big firms. It is for every individual who wants to educate themselves about cyber world and how secure they can be in the cyber world. Moving on to the next one. So these are just an insight about the different laws that is there in India, which are effective when you get cyber affected. Okay, so you can raise up the see, when you see police stations, when you reach police stations, gone are the days when it was a frightening situation. Now we have educated people who are there in police stations as police officers, whether it's constable, head constable, SIs, inspectors, DCs, IPS officers. We see educated people who know who at least know the pain of receiving an affected person. When will laws in India towards cybercrime grow strong is only when cyber offenses are reported. And trust me, for example, if my WhatsApp account is hacked, There is no money involved. There is no goodwill involved. But I know that my attack has happened. My WhatsApp is attacked. As a citizen, my first duty is to complain it. I have to raise a complaint saying that my WhatsApp has been hacked. And these are the details. I'm so and so person and registered in the National Cybercrime Portal. Your complaint will be registered, right? When will the laws become strict? Is only when a lot of info about a lot of complaints are being registered about cyber offenses. And you see a lot of cyber crime which will
The
be
voice
opened
is
in
not
lot of.
clear. Voice is not clear.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, it's okay.
Better?
Not okay.
Better?
Okay.
There was some disturbance. It's okay now.
There was some disturbance. Okay. Now it's fine?
Okay now. Yeah,
Okay.
it's fine.
So my point was, you should give attention and register. Okay. You should give attention and start exposing when you are affected by any cyber offense. Make sure you register in the National Cybercrime Portal. The laws of cyber offenses will become more strict in India only when we start recording our negatives. Right? Like how you see police stations, you might also see cybercrime divisions. In Chennai, in Tamil Nadu, we have a lot of cybercrime divisions under each police station. This was possible only because a lot of complaints were registered. The police officers started campaigning about registering complaints when you get cyberly affected. So we would also recommend the same thing even in the northern side of India, where the awareness is little less, especially on the western and the eastern side. When you get affected with any cyber offense, make sure that you register it. There are a lot of laws which are standing by your side, and your secrecy will be maintained, right? Your initiative is going to back up someone else in India. Why we recommend cyber laws in India as a whole is because you see a lot of foreign investors are there in India, right? Like Google, Amazon, and they're multi-billion crore turnover firms. But you don't have their proper customer offices in India. Even for YouTube, you don't have. And for Instagram, you don't have. Have you seen any offices? Have you seen it? If you use Airtel, if you're using Airtel, you can see an Airtel showroom. Can you see YouTube showroom or any customer grievance center in India? India being the largest user of YouTube. Obviously, we are high in population, number one in world population. Obviously, everything is number one in India. Shouldn't there be investments on customer protection? And shouldn't there be investments on customer complaint centers in India? We are going to give them the resources. But how it is possible? Only when we as citizens of India start projecting the negatives and start demanding what we require. Only then these giants will start investing in India to open their customer care centers. And it's very, very important to have customer care centers, right? So that's why we encourage the people to start recording, even if it's a minor cyber offense that has happened to you. Someone giving a threatening call, even then go ahead and record it. So we as professionals, we should, take that time. It's just going to be a matter of 5 or 10 minutes. But trust me, your recording will create a subsequent change. So these are just insights about what are the different laws. I will leave my PPT to the team. So whoever wants to go through it, you can go through it. Okay, so cyberbullying and online harassment. Bullying was something that was that was seen as a threat for school students and college students, but now cyberbullying is for everyone. Online harassment is for everyone. When you are using online medium, when you are exposing your personal side on the online medium, you have to be very, very cautious and thick-skinned when it comes to cyberbullying, right? So this is just an example about a teen who died by suicide because of wearing too much of makeup, right? And see this, it's very disheartening to see it. a 16-year-old guy from Madhya Pradesh who just took his life because of, cyberbullying. He was very, if you search about him, you will come to know he was very interested in putting makeup. So he was a boy and he showed the makeup hacks and all. It went negatively. He got trolled and he committed suicide. Who can you get hold and tell them because of you only this person died? You can't say that in cyber world. You will not, it's like peeling the onion, right? You will not know who the real culprit is. Keeping these things in mind, only we frame the digital citizen responsibilities, which we saw in the slide number 5, cyber responsible. It's everyone's responsibility. Sometimes you come across misinformation, fake news, person photo will be different, name will be different, information will be different, right? So you see this? This is deliberately made as a false information and it's propagandized in the Twitter. This person was totally different. The name was totally different. But then just because for the like and this particular incident happened because someone didn't like this person. They correlated the information accordingly and they publicized it. Based on this, there were calls and, people started visiting the affected person, thinking that he's no more. You see the name here, Rahul is my name. This is Sarah Hater. This account was created deliberately to punish this person. And after this information was circulated, that account will be deactivated. For them, their satisfaction is to make sure that he doesn't sleep at least one night. Moral satisfaction, right? Okay, this is malinformation. Malinformation is basically, it will lead you to any reputational damage or, I'll tell you a situation, I think you can correlate it. There was a student who was first year college and she was in love with a person. And of course, they have their own talks, their own photo exchanges because WhatsApp is very much available. They can share photos, videos and all. And there were some intimate moments that was shared. She wanted to cut off from the relationship and move on. But the boy wanted to continue. The problem with this girl was she immediately cut it off and she pulled over. The boy wanted to take a revenge. He created an account of her with all her recordings, whatever she had shared with the boy, as a matter of, bringing down her reputation, not just to her, but also to the WhatsApp accounts that she had, to the online accounts that she had, because when they were together, she gave all the information about her privacy to the boy. But when she wanted to break out and move on, she failed to reset all the password and to block this person. Just one night, her entire information was online and this girl committed suicide. Right? Malinformation. Next one is, how do you fight? How do you know that something is fake? How do you know that this is wrong, this is correct? Always think and act. We say the SUCS policy. First one is source. Where is this information coming from? Who is this person? Is he really worth of spreading that information? That should be your first search. Second one, ubiquity. This means basically whether this information is there on multiple sources. Jabalpur, Madhya Pradesh boat accident was disheartening. But I just wanted to know whether it's authenticated. I copied that title, I entered into Google, and it gave me different authenticated sites, whether it was NDTV, CNN 18, local Tamil channels, all of them were verifying that information. So that means that this is correct information, right? So always make sure that you have multiple channels, multiple sources to verify one single information. Next is the context. What is exactly being portrayed? Manipulation of words manipulation of intentions, manipulations of audiences is very, very common in digital media. So make sure that whatever context is presented to you is properly verified so that you don't get agitated or you don't get into the track of fear or track of anxiety and respond to it. Keep your mind and yourself calm. I was doing a life coach certificate and I had my trainer who's from South America, right? So we had a session and he said, Nithya, India was one place where depression, anxiety and all was far away question. Anxiety, depression and all were having birthplace in the Western countries because there is no people-to-people interaction, right? Everyone were having attached detachment. India, we had close-knit families, we had our values from basic origin, right? Whether it's religion or whether it's family, we had some basic disciplinary factors. And nowadays, when I take sessions, it's very disheartening for me to see Indian youth coming for depression and anxiety treatments, taking medicines for that. For us, when I grew up, for me, my counselors were my uncles, my aunts, my friends, my teachers. They were my counselors. But nowadays, when I receive students for counseling, they come with their parents, they come with their sisters, they come with their friends, their siblings, and they think that I am their best counselor. I can't say it openly, but they already have best counselors in their family, but they come to us and we make money out of it. I think that entire product has to be revived now. We have to make sure that we stick on to the traditions and we stick on to certain practices that we have been following maybe around 30 years back or 40 years back. We have to reinculcate that to the Gen Z and Gen Alpha kids. As parents and as siblings, as daughters, as sons, it's our responsibility to make sure that we set the context straight of what we are and how we should live. We don't want our kids to be more westernized. Westernization is not the benchmark of urbanization. I think we were far more ahead, and we have to teach them the values of patience, and we have to teach them the values of RCA, root cause analysis, why it is happening, for what it is happening. I think these basic factorial changes and behavioral changes will definitely impact in the upbringing of the current youth in India. And then second opinion. Second opinion is always related to ubiquity, right? Though you find factors online, we always advise you to go and do a second check with a reliable, direct person. So this second point, ubiquity, is most related to online medium check, but whereas second opinion is physical person check. You speak to someone like you and understand whether that thing has really happened. So if you are putting all these four things in place, I'm very sure misinformation or any fake news will not affect you directly. At least to a minimized level, you can put them ahead. Okay. Next is, these are some safe social media practices. Of course, you will hear it everywhere. I've just put it into words. Make sure that you have proper privacy settings in place. Think before you act. Be cautious. Generally, all these inputs, whatever I have mentioned here, is to just keep in mind when you are exposed to a stranger, he or she is danger. Always have a negative notion and positive step. Do not think in a positive aspect and take negative steps, right? So I think you can go through it when you get the website. I don't want to go individually on everything. And certain small factors which you can use to keep your WhatsApp safe, because a lot of WhatsApp prone scams are happening now. First one is, we would recommend you to go to the settings on your WhatsApp, click on privacy, click on the advanced settings and click on this particular item. It says protect IP addresses and calls and disable link reviews. So if you click on this, I'm sure your phone cannot be hacked by a hacker. This is the gateway. So if you close the gates, you're safe, right? So once your IP is protected, your WhatsApp is safe. The exposure level is to a minimal level of risk. I would not say it is completely safe, but then it cannot be easily also accessed. And next one is in today's problem, what we hear from parents and teachers. Online gaming and digital well-being are well connected. We've seen people who have lost their careers. They are not going to colleges. They are not attending the session and they are playing online games like PUBG, Free Fire. I don't know what all these are, but then I've seen parents complaining about that. I've seen a student who paid 1.5 lakhs for a college course and he didn't even attend one class. He started receiving complaints from the department and HODs are calling up. He still didn't attend. He didn't even attend the exams. He says that he's going to the college at home, but he's not going to college in reality. He's at some common place and he's playing Free Fire. Only when the physical notification from the college came and reached the parents did they know that their son is doing all this. And then they came to me. The son was almost, I think he's around 19 years old. They came to me for, brainwashing him and putting him in place. His senses are all blocked. He just wants to do what he wants to do. I think it is out of our control also to, bring that person back into the reality world. He's so pinched off with the playing games. How do you bring him back? A study shows that if you want to inculcate a habit or groom a person, with certain basic qualities, right? As parents, you should do it before the age of 14. After 14 years, the chances of grooming to what you want them to become is very, very minimal. He's 19. I think only when he gets some stabbing somewhere or some, strong negativity, only then he will come back. By the time he comes back, I'm very sure he'll be 30 plus, where he would have not completed his education. He would have not got a right job. He would have not been a good son to his parents. He would not get married as well. So online gaming has a direct impact on the mental well-being of today's youth. So we as parents has to have certain practices, right? One is watch over your kids. Watch them what they are doing. Don't be at the back of them because, as I told you, sixth element is digital world. They have to face the digital world. Just make sure that you are capable enough physically and mentally to strict them off, right? Nowadays, I see parents being a yes person. We strongly advise the parents should be a no person. Start saying no. The art of saying no is the key for success. We strongly believe the parents who say no in a positive way to the kids have better kids instead of just saying yes, yes, yes. I didn't get this. You at least get this. I'm a person personally where I feel if I didn't get something in my earlier ages, I make sure that my daughter also doesn't get. At least gets only to a minimal level. I get trolled, I get scolded for it, I get mocked for it, I get people say that you are being too strict, you're too much into hallucination, that she's going to go into negative. But I feel whatever she is today, I feel that no only has been the foundation. So I strongly recommend parents and friends, your fellow friends, please say no when you see your friends getting into gaming or too much into digital structure. Just say no. Just be there as a speed breaker. That's all. They can just be as a speed breaker, stop them getting too much into it. And then they themselves will realize, because we are all part of the society where we have to create a strong individual youths for better India, right? So when it comes to online gaming, we recommend you to be very cautious with the messages, right? What you post, what you get, because a lot of bad words happen in the gaming. If you see, while there is online gaming happening, you see a chat which goes simultaneously, right? Where you will directly or indirectly be instructed what you should play. Sometimes you win, you lose. Automatically, there goes a strong agitation conversation there. Sports is a place where losing teaches more. Online gaming is not a sport. Where losing creates a goodwill impact, creates negative mental health, creates agitation, which will create vicious cycle within that person's life, right? Next is always make sure that the URLs are properly checked, use proper strong passwords, keep the software updated, stay informed and share knowledge. As I told you, staying in the digital media, playing games is fine, but have proper control over it. Don't just log in into any gaming portal, downloading it and start playing it, right? And internet and mental health, again, whatever we have spoken now, only I have correlated here in words, right? Being socially available is not going to make yourself worth it. Being socially available is just to make sure that you have a good network of people. If you have 5,000 friends, it's not going to have any impact on your real-time stories. End of the day, it's only your family and your close friends who will be there to support you, right? So always show the ones that you want to show to the public. Do not show the ones that you want to attract the public or the general media. Don't show. For me, it is always the other way around, right? I show only what I want to show. But that I want to show is where the difference is. For me, putting my personal space in social media is not my cup of tea. But for certain influencers, putting their day-to-day actions becomes their bread and butter because it's their income, right? So commenting on them, spending hours and hours on them, taking their initiative, if they are promoting a product, taking their initiative, going to your parents and pesting them to buy that products. No. Listen to whatever they are speaking, ignore it. What starts with digital media as ads, as sponsored ads, just listen to it, get a knowledge of it and stay away from it. Don't try to practically implicate it into your real-time life is our suggestion, right? So there is one important area which we call the gray area, right? Where you will get information and you can use it real time, but you will not know the authenticity of that information. For example, the foxtail beauty product that I told you, or any cooker, or any dresses or any offers. If you are unsure about the authenticity based on these aspects, do not go and pursue actions on that information or the product. Just stay quiet. Being quiet is more enough, right? So gray area is where you see the risks are also associated in that area. So don't directly rely on any information and turning into action which you think is a little gray. Always have a conversation before you make any decision with your well-wishers, whether it's purchase of products, whether on investing in any training courses. Make sure that you have proper medium of authenticity before entering into a real-time action. Always remember, strangers are dangerous, right? And this is a small idea that we follow. It is a Japanese idea. I'm sure you would have gone through or you would have come across the Ikigai, right? In IT, we say agile methodology, where we have a big aim and we split into achievable parts, which helps us to attain that aim, right? Likewise, there should be certain values and practices in our life which will help us to attain the life's purpose. Whether you want to settle with a good house, good family, good income, all that might be your ultimate aim. But then there should be certain practices which you follow. See, me as a person, I was surrounded with good friends and good family where I took their words, right? So when I was 20 years old, I always had the vision of what I would be in 40 years. When I'm 40 years old, I always have the vision of what should my life be after 60 years. I think these values which were taught to us are lacking here. People are, everything is very spontaneous and very short-lived in today's youth, in today's medium. Tonight there is a happening news. By tomorrow night, it's gone. Another news comes in. Another product comes in, right? So you are in the ever-changing atmosphere, which is very, very vast and very quickly changing. So in this fast-paced world, we recommend you to stick on to your passion and your mission, your profession, your vocation. what exactly is required from you from this digital world, and what you are good at, and what you get paid for. See, for me, my job is my bread and butter. But my training, the education that I deliver now to students, to college students, to school students, to professionals is my passion. It gives me a sense of responsibility to the society which I have grown up, right? A mixture of all this will create better people around us. Better people means better environment. Better environment is safer world, right? Especially in the digital era. So these are certain useful sites where you can educate yourself, whether it is normal trainings like, communications, how you have to be in business world, how should your skills be developed, to crash courses, the advanced courses, whatever is available related to cyber safety. And also how each digital media, for example, YouTube, WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook, there are courses there to how to use it. I think people start just using the apps directly, but then there are certain ethical practices on the do's and don'ts, how to use that apps, right? So I have pulled in those informations here. You can go through it. So that brings us to the end of this session. Thank you for your time. And I know it's an early morning session, and sorry for keeping you all so tight in the morning hours. But thank you once again for your time and for your availability in today's session. Happy as always. And
Great.
Thank you, Nithya. This was a really interesting session. And I hope everyone reads these security checks and be safe. Definitely an eye-opening session, and definitely I'll share your slide with our audience. That will be really, really helpful for everyone.
Will you be sharing it?
Yes, yes, yes. So keeping ourselves updated.
I will share it.
Yes. Yes, Nithya. Thank you thank you for all your knowledge sharing, and that too, despite your cold, that is commendable. Continuously speaking since past 90 minutes. So we'll take a few questions and answers. However, we are over time. Yet we'll try to cover so is it okay for you to extend for 10-15 minutes? Okay, so we'll close by 8:45 around. We can take a few questions. Yes, Atulji, please. Keep your questions a little bit short so that everyone gets it.
Yes, so who's going to start?
We can't hear you.
Can you hear me, ma'am?
I can hear you. We can't hear Atulji.
Yeah, hi Nithya.
I can hear you. Yeah.
Yeah, hi Nithya. The session was great. Thanks for that. Okay, my doubt is about how about sharing photos in Instagram and taking photos in Snapchat? Are those safe apps, and can we use that?
See, the platform that you're talking about is created to share photos and videos only. You can share, but unless and until it's not your private stuffs. Meaning sharing on Instagram is fine, but then we see people sharing it every day, every hour, dressed up neatly and then posting it. I would not recommend that. It's just a recognition factor where, this person is this and this is what this person is where I'm interacting with. Frequent updations, we will not recommend. Posting of videos and photos is fine. It's fine. As long as you guys are doing it in the right way.
Okay, and Snapchat, is there any access for anybody else to access those Snapchat pictures, or is it only for our personal?
Yes, it's possible. It's possible. It's possible. That's why we say stick on to the privacy's photos. I mean, do not post anything too private or something that can be, morphed. Snapchats and all are becoming trendy because of the youth, right? They want to just be the best of themselves. So I would not recommend personally, right? It is not going to contribute for any professional growth. It is just going to be a physical or mental satisfaction that you are looking good. But apart from that, I would not recommend.
Okay, thanks, Nithya.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah. Hello, madam.
Atul Gandhi. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Good morning, madam. By listening to your speech, I think that we should go back to 20-30 years how we used to operate the bank account, particularly for the financial transactions. So rather than going for the new age, we go for what we used to do it from 20-30 years back. Is that so?
So
You used to
the banking aspect, sir, it's a larger subject, okay, but I will put it in crux for you, right? I'll tell what I'm doing. I'm sure you will get an insight about it. First thing is, every month when I get my salary, I go to my bank directly and I withdraw the monthly expenses, whatever is required, say 10,000 or 15,000 cash, I have it. Rest, I use my banking app to go ahead and pay the fees. For example, there's someone talking. Can you, Atul sir, can you? So the next thing is when you're using your banking app for any payment, for example, EB payment or property tax or water tax, these are authenticated sites, right? So for that you can use. We tell you not to use it when you are using a website for the first time, when you are coming across a person for the first time, right? When you're doing a business transaction for the first time. So especially for elders, we don't recommend them to use any online transactions. We rather recommend them to use cash on delivery, even if it is Swiggy, Zomato order. So that's why I'm saying, let's just stick on back to what's 20-30 years back when it is amount exceeding more than 1,000 rupees. More than 1,000 rupees is involved. Just make sure that you go to bank and do it, or use the banking app to perform the transaction. If it's below the 1,000 rupees, then it's fine. I hope I answered your question, sir.
Yeah, but then, madam, you are saying that reversing the time cycle, but even Lord Brahma also cannot reverse the time cycle. The things have changed drastically. So most of the people just.
Huh?
Yeah.
I'm not saying reversing. Okay.
Yeah, Nithya, please go ahead.
No, it's not about reversing the time cycle, sir. It's just making sure that our hard-earned money are used safely, right? So I strongly believe the more convenient you're there in the usage, the more prone to negativities, right? Sometimes sticking on to the age-old methods is far more better. That's what I recommend. Because we don't, if you see, we don't have the patience to go to the bank, build a relationship there, create a transaction, and then come back home. Now it's like we sitting in our place, doing the transaction via mobile. It's fine as long as the opposite party who you are interacting with is genuine. What will happen if the opposite party is not genuine? That's when the question is. That's why we say when it's an authenticated vendor and it's an amount which is, below to a considerable amount, you can go ahead and do it. Otherwise, I strongly recommend to practice age-old methods. If it's a first-time user, first-time business transaction, amount is large. Only on WhatsApp message, you're receiving a message stating that, hey, I need amount. Can you just transfer it to my account? Even if it's from your well-known circle person, right? So I stick on to what I say, go to the old age methods and have a relationship with the bank. Do not trust these multinational applications unless and until they have a proper forum in India. Sir, you are on the convenience usage side. I'm on the affected side. I'm married to a police officer who sees the extreme negativities of all this. And I don't want that to happen, not just to my family members, to anyone. So that's the reason I'm sticking on to what I'm saying. Hope I have answered. Yeah. Gaurav,
Great, Nithya, your point is valid. And coming to Atulji's point, it is that use the banking apps for bigger transactions. Don't use third-party apps, as Nithya already mentioned. Even banks do suggest to use their own banking apps, because if some transaction is there, as you demonstrated with an example of where a person transferred 5,000 rupees, but the other person is saying, I received only 1,500. So in that case, or maybe the other party says that we don't receive the amount, and from your account it has been debited. In that case, when there is a dispute, and if you have used the third party app for the payment, you will not be able to reach out to those third parties and then come back to your bank to resolve that query. That is where these banks also suggest use our apps for making transactions. If it is a low money amount, then it's okay. If you are making purchases for your daily essentials, it's okay. But if you are making a big transaction, definitely go through your bank apps. That is recommended. I hope that will
we
help
are Indians, we should support
everyone.
our bank. We are Indians, we should support our bank. Nation comes first.
Right.
So nice.
Absolutely.
See, for 5,000 rupees, who's earning 500 rupees popcorn amount is big. For 50,000, 500 rupees popcorn amount is fine, right? So whether it's low amount or big amount, I strongly recommend you to stick on to our own banks, our own things, right?
Right.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes, Gaurav.
Gaurav.
Yes. Yeah. So, Nithya, first of all, thank you so much, because this topic is so sometimes becomes so boring and sometimes so, I will say that, very tough to absorb. Yeah. But the way you have covered from all generation, from baby boomers to Gen Z, really great. And even some good case studies which you have showcased. Yeah. So, thank you so much. That is the first thing. And second, I will say, is there any good program for learning, like you should share for Coursera, Udemy, anything on LinkedIn Learning where you found something really good? Because normally I follow LinkedIn Learning more. So if you think anything is there, that will help.
Yes, I have, sir. I will share the link with ma'am,
Sure,
which
sure.
I follow, the forums and the WhatsApp
Evaluation.
groups. If you are having LinkedIn Premium, I think it will be very useful, sir. I will share.
Sure. Thank you so much. And last thing to add, maybe any from where you get to know all these new information, like you just recently shared, like Ujjain MP case and all. So, is there any, say, some notifications, some website where we get to know these information
My
quick?
husband is my notification. My
Yeah,
husband is my notification.
yeah, that is privilege to
My
you.
husband's
Yeah,
network is my notification.
yeah.
Yeah. So he works
That's
for the
useful
central
to
crime branch,
you.
right?
It's
So
useful to you,
come to
but
know
for
that.
us, we cannot connect with your husband. It's dangerous.
Ma'am, there is a portal which is called as the National Cybercrime Portal, ma'am, for the Indian Press Bureau. I will share that link also, where all the cybercrime related offenses are reported. But it's not very frequently updated, but it's useful. We have the 2025 data in that. I will share the link. I'll just make a note of it. PICB, okay.
Sure. Thank you so much. Yeah.
LinkedIn portal.
One more point. Someone is saying something. Okay, one more point I want to highlight here that we covered in a previous section on cyber security was, if there is a mishappening, if there is any activity, fraud activity that needs to be reported, it must be reported within 72 hours of the incidents. Because if you report post that, it will you will not be benefited, or even the crime department will not be able to entertain or catch up the culprits. So that was discussed with Sakshar's session when it was on cyber security only, cyber with Sakshar Duggal. So he narrated that very well in that session. So Nithya, you can highlight on this point. Do you have any add-on to this?
Yes, 72 hours is the window period. Yes. But what happens is that, ma'am, say for example, your WhatsApp account is hacked, right? You will not know unless and until your, ma'am, can you hear me?
Yes.
I can hear
Yes,
you.
Hello?
yes. We can hear you.
Hello? Yeah, can you hear me? Okay.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Only when your WhatsApp account is hacked, only when the people who are there in your WhatsApp account spend the money on you, and then they say, they communicate back, telling that, I sent you money, are you okay now, or things like that. Only then we will know. Likewise, even for the Instagram account. So in that case, if we have seen cases who have not known that their account is hacked for 3 months also. So we say that once you know authenticatedly that your account is hacked or you are into any cyber offense, within 72 hours window period, you have to register. But at the same time, the other side, what I would say is certain people will not know, ma'am, how to do it, right? They will not know how to go ahead and register it. For them, we recommend them to move to the nearest police station and raise a complaint. For that, they don't have a 72 hours window period. They just ask for proof. You can even reach the local police station to register a cybercrime offense. Whether you lose money, whether you lose your goodwill, you can go ahead and register it. So I accept that 72 hours window period is fine. But at the same time, there is option 2 if you miss that 72 hours window period, which is basically your nearest police station. And they are bound to register that complaint and give you the CSR copy.
Looking for it. Any further questions from the audience?
Yeah. Yes, Shivani ji, just like Nithya has shared many things. So one small incident or digital piece I will just share, which happened few days back with me only. So like my son was having mobile, and when we were in the Ola cab, and when we came out, he lost in there itself. So we called immediately, but the driver said no, there is no mobile. So what I immediately done, of course, I understood that he's not going to return from the same my mobile only, because the Gmail ID was same open there only. I go into Google account, I seen the location immediately. I put it the factory reset. Second thing I did, the lock the mobile there itself, and I can see on my mobile when I click on the Google find my device, then there is the IEMI number also. I have seen this and blocked it. So of course I cannot get my mobile back, but I can stop anything to happen.
Data are strong.
Data is, yeah, everything is stored, because data is power. Money we can, I know some small money can go from their mobile gone, but within few minutes I safeguarded, because I know if even I do police complaint, police not going to search my mobile in the market. They're not going to do this, just give you the record copy, yes, your mobile is lost. So that's all.
You're correct. You're perfectly
That
correct.
is the reason we need to put in two-step verification on everything.
Yes.
Recently, yesterday or maybe day before yesterday only, I shared the information on how to put two-factor authentication and lock your WhatsApp as well, because these days everything is on WhatsApp for everyone, all the information and everything. And from there, if somebody gets your mobile, they check your WhatsApp, they get a lot of information also. Your data is important. So please do that activity right now after the session. It will take hardly under a minute, just few seconds for you to activate all these things. And it will stay safe, stay vigilant. That is the message to bring these sessions on SOS. Thank you, Gauravji, for highlighting, and thank you, Nithya, for all the things.
Good morning,
One question
Nithya
I have with you. Yes, Mohanji, we'll come back to you. Just
no,
let me
I
ask
just
a
want
question.
First,
yeah,
share
yeah. Okay, fine.
First, share at least that slide which says how to safeguard mobile.
We will share all the slides.
No,
I'll
not
share
all.
the
Share
entire
that
presentation.
one first.
Okay. Sure, ma'am. We'll do that.
So in 10 minutes we are safe.
No, I
Yes,
just wanted
yes,
to
ma'am.
know what is the role of AI, in checking out the cyber crime. Role of AI, artificial intelligence. Can you, Nithya highlight on that, please?
You want to know what is the role of AI in cybercrime?
Yeah.
If you don't act before AI will take your place. It will start
Okay.
sensing you.
Yeah. Okay.
Right? So you remember one example I told you where what you enter in the Google search. If you are
Right.
going to give direct instructions, say for example, www.makemytrip.com. AI has no place there. You will directly reach to the company's site. The company's chatbot will interact with you. But if you go to the Google and give cheap and best flights to reach US from Chennai, that's when AI starts gaming. You are giving the system, the cyber connect, a chance to act on your behalf. It will start reading the idea of what you are trying to reach, and it will propagate information which is like paid first. Obviously, it will put the paid one first on the display.
Okay.
If you don't act before AI will start acting. It's basically like a mother's instinct, right? So a mother will know when the kid wants food, why the kid is crying, what the kid wants. Likewise is AI. This is mother's intelligence, that is artificial intelligence. So you have to be a little cautious.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Refining your search, sir. Keeping it minimal and refining your search will put the exposure to AI at a minimal level.
Okay. Thank you.
Hope Mohanji, you got your answer.
Yeah.
Nithya,
Thank
I
you.
have a question. Yeah.
Yes.
Nithya, I have a question that we often see ads on social media, and whatever is interesting to us, we click on the ad link, we go to their landing pages, and then if we are registering for something, we take our mobile number and email. So how to be assured that it is not being misused?
You can't, ma'am.
Or where should we give and where should we not? How do we do?
Ma'am, always give your information on the trusted sites, ma'am. For example, Amazon, Flipkart. These are trusted sites
That
where
is
you
okay.
can give.
Like lot of coaches and trainers these days. Lot of coaches and trainers are like putting up their ads on maybe Insta or Facebook or something, and you go scroll up and you are interested for something, and you go to click. Then definitely you are inclined to click on that link and register for the webinar or something like that. Got my point.
See, digital media ethical practices are not just on our side, right? Sometimes even on the side who receives the information. Say, for example, I'm using the data for my personal branding and my business. The ethical practice that I should follow is retention of the data within myself. If I'm going to resell it in the black market, then it becomes, business for me. But again, your data, I'm giving it outside, right? Which is very common. You would have purchased a car from Hyundai in 2013. In 2017, you would have received calls from Club Mahindra. How Hyundai customer data was sold to Club Mahindra. So it is an ethical practice from my end also. You can receive the information. That's what I've told, right? It's a sixth element. You can't live without digital world now, whether it's for you to learn or you to perform, right? So your data are given. It's a two-way responsibility. Whoever gives the data has a responsibility to check whether it's going to go to an authenticated person or firm. From the firm and the person side, it's their ethical practice to retain the data within their server instead of selling it to the B2B network.
Well, thank you for all the insights. It was really wonderful and eye-opening session. We'd like to close. We are ready.
One question. One question.
Yes, Rami sir, I just missed.
Shivani,
yes, please go ahead.
Where people come to join my group and your group, how do we recognize these people are not hackers? Is there any way to recognize a newcomer?
So there are two ways, right? One is
Huh?
you directly don't entertain any person to directly join your WhatsApp group.
Okay.
Okay. You first make sure that you don't, say for example, you're publicizing a number, right? Where you're exhibiting that someone can reach you at this WhatsApp number. Let that WhatsApp number be one-on-one conversation enabled only. Only when you get the basic information from them. Then given for the second level of authentication, which goes for adding them in the WhatsApp group. But
Yes.
even when that is done, you will come across fraudsters. You will
So,
come
yes.
across fraudsters, but
Okay.
But the point is, we have seen a women welfare group who are doing small scale businesses. For them, bringing in customers is very important. They brought in customers. After 3 months, their WhatsApp account was, one of the customers sent a link. And then the others clicked on it. From 2,000 rupees to 25,000 rupees amount was taken from their bank account. By the time they could act on it, already the amount was gone. And then they went ahead and blocking that person and doing it. That's why we say, this is my phone, right? In this, I have all social media accounts, but I don't have my bank account.
That's good.
So my bank account is enabled in another mobile. My social media interactions are happening in this mobile. Sorry, you got it? What I'm saying?
Yes. No, but I was
You
talking
have
about,
to just.
I was asking you that I have a group in which people come through a link. Now, when they ask me to add, how can I find out that they're genuine? In my group.
You can't find out, no, sir. It's not possible.
No.
Unless and until when you are prone to that situation, it's not possible. See, even if, for example, if you save my number, it comes Nithya, right? Fine. You check my LinkedIn, second level of authentication. Check my Instagram, third level of authentication. But when you are into large scale businesses, inviting large number of users, it's not possible. You try to save a user, sometimes the user name will automatically be reflected in the contacts. If you see, you don't need to enter their names. It will automatically reflect it. And you just click OK, it will get saved on your account. How is that possible? It's because they are authenticated. Their names is linked with so many digital mediums. Sometimes this is one strategy that I follow. Sometimes when you save an account and you enter the name, either they might be first time or they might be fraudsters. This is one differentiation that I would recommend. If you don't have that name directly displaying on the contact board when your Wi-Fi or your mobile data is on, go for additional questions for verification. But apart from all this, I would recommend one mobile for social media handling, the other mobile for your mobile app handling.
Yes.
Don't connect both together. Best.
That is the best.
Yeah.
I hope. And
Nithya, I have one more
just
question to ask you. How do you overcome abnormal obsession with the internet? I mean, with the latest gadgets, like your cell or maybe laptop or maybe or podcast or anything. How do you overcome abnormal obsession with your gadgets? Are there any clear-cut methods available?
Abnormal objection.
No. Obsession with with your gadgets.
Obsession.
Yeah.
Abnormal obsession. Let
Yes.
the obsession play for some time, sir. It's okay.
Yeah.
For 3 months or 6 months, if you're obsessed with something, go ahead with it.
No, I'm not
tendency, sir.
obsessed. I'm just asking you a question.
Not you, not you.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, right? So,
Yeah.
so there are two things in this. Okay, age factor,
Yeah.
and what
Yeah.
you're obsessed with, right?
Yeah.
If you're obsessed with learning something innovative, it's fine. But if you're
Yeah.
obsessed with too much of gaming or rummy, you see a lot of rummy addicts, right? Then it becomes
Many
a
people
problem.
say, exercising your willpower, is the best method. But in addition to that, exercising your willpower, are there any clear-cut methods, of overcoming this obsession with your gadgets, like, as I told you, cell or anything. Yeah, laptop or a computer or anything.
Sir, if you can be more specific on the age group, what you are asking, I can give you the other methods. If
Can I
it's
ask a
kids,
question,
if
please?
it's kids or teenagers, plan to
Yeah.
put them in any additional classes or something. If it
Yeah.
is middle-aged people, it is very difficult for them to move away from the gadgets. You
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
control
True,
them.
true.
If you are above 50, right? If you are
Yes.
above 50, then I would recommend to have window periods for accessing your gadgets. Some
Yeah.
window period, right? These
Yes.
are the only ways, sir. Otherwise, see, even if I go ahead and tell my husband, don't use too much of gadgets, he'll not listen. Sometimes he keeps all his gadgets on the bed or the sofa and he sleeps down. What to do?
I think that is the best way to overcome. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So self-control, sir.
Before we,
That's all.
Yeah. Thank you very much for your excellent presentation. You have given a lot of inputs to us. Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Can I ask a
thank
question?
you, Mohanji. Yes,
Time is allowed.
Naviji. Yeah, please.
Yeah, thank you, thank you. I could not attend the whole session because I stay in KSA now. It's just 6:30, So unfortunately, I can't join. I have a
So okay,
question anyway.
we'll share the recording. You can watch.
Okay, thank you. If am I allowed to ask a question?
Yes, yes, please.
Yeah, in this digital world where you can track all the transactions, if a fraud has happened and the bank transfer has been done, so we should have the trail of the transactions, like where this money was transferred to which bank account, and if it is transferred subsequently from the bank which has been created first time to the next bank account, why our investigating authorities cannot track the money trail and get the money back? What is stopping them? If you can explain, I would be happy.
So I think I explained it in the first half of the session. Digital trails and digital footprints of the money transferred or manipulated is available. But then it will not be from one single account to another single account. There will be multiple accounts which are involved in between, which can be even shell accounts, which majority is shell accounts. But then when the police reaches to the, what will happen, sir? When you raise a complaint, the police acts on it. Say immediately, within 3 days, they act. They reach to the bank, right? From the bank, they give the digital trial.
Okay.
And then they call, they reach out, they give you the list of bank transactions that has happened.
Okay.
No, Prabhu. Mute kariye, please.
So they give the digital transactions that has happened. And then the bank will send an official letter to 18 or 20 different accounts that are mediating in between you and the original person who has taken the money from you. Do you think it's possible to call up all those account holders or that particular bank and ask them the details about the account holders? And trust me, it will not be between 1,000-kilometer radius. You'll have to travel in and out. And then do you think the police will have the power or the money or the time to invest on that and move? And by the time you go hold someone, he will say, sir, I don't know. They told me just to open the account and ask my details. They gave me 500. And from them, if you get information and if you go and reach to one person, definitely there will be a Nigerian who's back of that person. And you will not be able to catch that Nigerian.
Because of the sub bank accounts that they're creating, and that's where the whole gambit is. Yeah. Okay. With the blockchain, do you think once they implement the blockchain, do you think this problem will be solved going forward?
So what? Sorry, I didn't get you.
Blockchain technology they are implementing now.
Blockchain, yes. We recommend that to a lot of banks as well. Blockchain technology and IoT will definitely solve the issue. Maybe in the near future, we'll come across that once. But sir, what what I always say is something that you can control from your end, control it. That is the
Yeah,
best
that's
way.
always better. That's always better.
That is always better, cost effective, time efficient.
True.
That's right. I hope I have answered your question, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Bye.
Thank you, everyone. We already extended half an hour extra. So thank you,
Yeah.
Nithya, for all your patience, and despite cold, you have delivered so well. Thank you. We'll reach out to
Thank you, thank you, thank you, Nithya ji.
Thank you, everyone. See you next Saturday.
Bye and happy weekend to everyone.